What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Lunchable Sports Podcast. In today's episode, I want to go over my mock draft 2.0. So, number one overall, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Adyn Hutchinson, edge from Michigan. I think there's no surprise here. It's still kind of up in the air what the Jaguars are doing, but I think right now the safe pick here is Adyn Hutchinson. They went all out in the offseason, signing guys like Christian Kirk, Zay Jones. They signed Brandon Scherff from the O-line. So I think adding a guy like Hutchinson to that defense it can be super important for the future.
Yeah, I agree with that still. I think Hutchinson's got to be the pick here for the Jags. I don't know. I don't really know if it's even like up in the air at all anymore. I think for a little bit it was a bit of a debate, but I think now Adyn Hutchinson's the clear-cut number one.
Yeah. So my next pick, I got the Detroit Lions selecting Kayvon Thibodeau, edge from Oregon. This is a big change for my last mock. I had him sliding, but Kayvon had his pro day the other week or a couple of days ago, and the Lions GM was there, their head coach was there, the defense coordinator was there. It seems like the Lions are all in on Kayvon if Hutch does go one, which I definitely do not. I think this is a smart thing to do is to take Kayvon too. He's probably the most skilled defender in this draft. He's got like great physical traits, got great size and speed. And I think adding him to the Lions defense for that rebuild would be very, very important.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's the most realistic. But I'm gonna spice things up a bit. I got Lions to give a week list. I think it's not the most realistic thing like I just said, but I think it'd be something that the Lions they haven't had the past like 30 years, basically. One of those star quarterbacks that can really change the franchise. So I think Malik Willis would definitely be that guy.
Yeah, next pick, I got the Texans selecting Travon Walker, edge from Georgia. A lot of reports that came out recently. One tweet in particular I saw from an NFL guy, I forgot who it was, but it was on NFL Network. He said, wherever you have Travon Walker ranked right on your big board, he'll go higher than that in the draft. And I believe him because Walker's got, his combine was unbelievable, running 4.5 40 in all his drills. I think to the Texans here at 3, I don't see him going in the top 2. I think that's a reach. But Texans here at 3, I could see him taking a shot on him. He's very raw. You're going to have to develop his pass rush moves. But if you do develop him, it can definitely pay off big. But yeah, we'll see how he pans out in the NFL.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But I got the Texans taking Ike Iwanu. I think he's the best tackle in the draft. And from NC State, he's a dominant guard. He could step in right away, at right tackle or move to the left. So I think that he's very versatile and could help the Texans O-line a lot right away.
Yeah, next pick, I got the New York Jets selecting Ahmad Gardner, corner Cincinnati. I love Sauce Gardner. He's got all the traits you want in a cornerback. He's very long, he's tall, he's fast, fluid hips. And I think that's exactly what the Jets need. They have a bunch of guys right there with the Jets where all of them are good, but they don't really have that CB1, that lockdown guy. And I think Sauce Gardner can do that exactly. A lot of reports have came out and said Sauce Gardner, if he doesn't go to the Jets at 4, he'll go to the Giants at 5. But I fully expect the Jets to definitely pounce on him if he's here. He's never, ever given up a touchdown in college, which is unreal for a cornerback. And I think he's going to be a stud in the NFL. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I got Thibodeau going here. I don't see him falling any lower than this. Just like what you said about him, he's super athletic. I think he can step in and improve that Jets defense right away.
Yeah. Pick 5, I got the Giants taking Ike Ikwonu. Adyn just touched on him. He's a great offensive tackle. He can kind of play all over the offensive line, which I think is great for the Giants. Their GM came in and said they're committed to building around Daniel Jones, and I think there's no better way to build around Daniel Jones taking offensive lineman here.
Yeah, I like that. I just talked about him, but I got the Panthers taking Evan Neal from Alabama. I think the Panthers can the Giants can maybe trade up a little bit here. We'll see what happens in the draft day, but Evan Neal, I don't know. There's not a lot to say bad about him. He's got a huge frame, and he could step in right away and help out Daniel Jones and make things easier for him.
Yeah, next pick I got the Panthers taking Malik Willis. Malik Willis flew up draft boards after that insane combine, and all the reports right now are saying the Panthers are going to take a quarterback. And right now, the first round quarterbacks are Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, and Ritter is what everybody's been saying are the 3 first round quarterbacks. If you saw our last ranking, that was Adyn's top 3. I definitely think Corral or Howell should be in the mix, but right now these are the top 3. And I think the Panthers should take the best quarterback in the draft, Malik Willis.
Yeah, I talked about him a bit earlier, but I got the Panthers taking sorry, I just talked about him. Kenny Pickett. I think the Panthers need a quarterback, as already said, but for my mock draft with Willis already off the board, I think Pickett's the next best option.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, my next pick for the Giants is Kyle Hamilton, safety Notre Dame. Kyle Hamilton's one of the top safety prospects we've seen in a while. He can play all over the field. I think before he was in my top 5, and then he ran his pro day, and he ran a low 4.6, which is just something you don't want to see, which I haven't fallen out of the top 5 because of that. But I think the tape shouldn't overrule his combine and his measurements. I still think he's going to be a stud in the NFL. And I think the Giants landing him here at 7 is great value.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I got Jordan Davis here to the Giants. I think he can step in right away, just like you said about him, and help out that D line and build for the future with the Giants.
Yeah, my next pick though, I got the Falcons taking Kenny Pickett, quarterback Pitt. I think Kenny Pickett, if you saw our last video, I'm not the biggest fan of Kenny Pickett, but right now Kenny Pickett's being talked about a lot going in the top 10, and I can definitely see the Falcons taking a shot at him. I mean, their only good quarterback right now is Marcus Mariota, so there's really no one there for the future. And I think adding a guy like Kenny Pickett to their offense can help start the rebuild.
I talked about Pickett a bit, but I think I got a lot of quarterbacks here, but I think all these teams are in need of quarterbacks. So I think I got the Falcons taking Matt Corral from Mississippi. He's proven, and I think he'd step in right away, and maybe not this year, but the year after. How about that Falcons offense for the future?
Yeah, my next pick, I got the Seattle Seahawks selecting Evan Neal. He's kind of fallen in this draft. I don't know if he'll fall like this in real life, but sometimes that's just the way the NFL draft plays out. And I think the Seahawks would be very happy to land a guy like Evan Neal. They don't really have any good offensive tackles, so that's definitely one of their biggest needs. And I think getting your franchise left tackle after trading Russell Wilson is definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I got the Falcons taking Sauce Gardner here. You talked about him a little bit. His tape, I mean, he played for Cincinnati. I mean, they played these big teams like Alabama and these guys this year, and he still didn't let up a touchdown. So I think that shows he's proven, and I think the Seahawks need to build for the future on defense for sure. And I think Sauce Gardner can help with that.
The next pick, I got the New York Jets selecting Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, Ohio State. The Jets, I definitely think that this pick is a wide receiver. The Seahawks actually just rejected a trade. The Jets tried to trade pick 10 straight up for DK Metcalf, and the Seahawks declined that. So I think by seeing the Jets actively trying to move that pick for a wide receiver, I think if they don't move the pick and they stay put, they can take a receiver. And my wide receiver, the one in the draft, is Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's a stud, and that'll definitely help out Zach Wilson in the Jets offense.
Yeah, I got the same pick there as you, Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. He's speedy, and I think that Zach Wilson needs help in New York, and I think that Garrett Wilson can step in and be that number 1 type receiver.
Yeah, my next pick, I got the Washington Commanders selecting Chris Olave. This is a little bit of a reach here, you might think, but I think the Washington kind of been lacking like that compliment to Terry McLaurin. I mean, they signed Curtis Samuel a year ago. He got hurt all last year. They drafted De'Ami Brown in the 3rd round. I mean, he wasn't exceptional. Maybe he can still put up something, but I think they need a true wide receiver too to Terry McLaurin. And Chris Olave is exactly that. He's a fast receiver. He's a great route runner, great ball skills. And I think Washington offense will definitely flourish if they get another speed wide receiver next to Terry.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think I got Trayvon Walker here to Washington. That defense is already really good and really young. And I think if you added a guy like Trayvon Walker alongside all those other guys, I think that Washington defense will be really good for a lot of years. So I got Trayvon Walker there.
Yeah, my next pick, I got the Minnesota Vikings selecting Derek Stingley, corner LSU. Stingley's a guy where if you're going off just his freshman year tape, he's a top 3 player in the draft. There's no debate about that. But his sophomore year, he opted out because of COVID. And then this past year, he was injured. So he really hasn't played a ton since his freshman year. But I think based off his freshman year, he doesn't fall out of the top 15. And after running 4.3 40 at his pro day, helps his case even more. And the Vikings are definitely in need of a number 1 cornerback. So I think Derek Stingley can provide them that.
Yeah, I got the same pick as you there, Derek Stingley. Just like everything you said, the Vikings, their problem is an offense. I think they need help on the defensive side. So to add a guy like Stingley to the mix, I think would be a great pick for them.
Yeah, my next pick, I got the Houston Texans selecting Charles Cross, offensive tackle, Mississippi State. Adyn had them taking Ikem Ekwonu at pick 3, and I had them taking Trayvon Walker. So I definitely think they need to take a tackle eventually. So Charles Cross is definitely the right guy for that. He can play all over the offensive line. I think they'll plug and play him at right tackle, and they definitely need help if they're going to build around Davis Mills for the long term. And I think just solidifying that O-line will definitely help Davis Mills' development.
Yeah, just like you said, I got the Texans to get an O lineman up higher in the draft, so I got Jermaine Johnson here. Just like I said, if they take an offensive tackle at pick 3, I think that they need to look at the defense side of the ball and drafting an edge like Jermaine Johnson. He's a powerful guy and he can step in right away and bolster that Texans defense.
Yeah, my next pick, I got the Baltimore Ravens selecting Tyler Linderbaum, center Iowa. Linderbaum is definitely the top center prospect in my opinion. And the Ravens offensive line needs young guys on that O-line because of Lamar Jackson's scramble ability. They need guys who can be athletic, be able to roll, adapt to him scrambling outside of the pocket. So I think Linderbaum's the perfect center for that offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I got the Ravens taking Jameson Williams here from Alabama. I think the Ravens need a lot of help on that receiver core to help out Lamar Jackson. And I think Jameson Williams can step in and help Lamar Jackson next year.
That would definitely be fun to watch. Hollywood Brown and Jameson Williams for sure. My next pick, I got the Eagles selecting Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Johnson's definitely one of my most underrated players in the draft. He put up the same sack numbers as Hutchinson and tested great at the combine. He had an amazing Senior Bowl. That's definitely what caught my eye in Johnson. And I think the Eagles definitely need another pass rusher. They got Brandon Graham, who's getting up there in age. Barnett's been a bust to this point, and Sweat's above average. They need a true number 1 elite pass rusher. I think this is what Jermaine Johnson can bring to the Eagles.
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit. I like that a lot for the Eagles, but I got the Eagles taking Drake London from USC. I think that Devontae Smith can't be the only guy in Philly, so I think that to bring another receiver in there to help out would be a great addition for them.
Yeah, I got the Saints here taking Trevor Penning. I think they definitely need that Teron Armstead replacement at left tackle. He left to the Dolphins. So I think the Saints, the smart move would be to build around Jameson Winston. And by building around Jameson Winston, you get him a franchise left tackle and Trevor Penning. And I definitely think that will help in the Jameson Winston experiment.
Yeah, I like that a lot, but I think the Saints need to draft a young guy, a young quarterback. I got Desmond Ridder here. I like Jameson Williams, or not Jameson Williams. I like Desmond Ridder a lot. I think that he can step in and be the future guy for the Saints. And he proved himself at Cincinnati, making it all the way to the playoffs. I think the Saints need to go young and kind of reset. So I think Desmond Ridder is the pick there.
Yeah. Pick 17, I got the Chargers selecting Jordan Davis. Davis is a stud. Adyn had him going in the top 10, and I can definitely see that happening in real life. He's athletic freak at nose tackle. I mean, running a 4.48 40 for being 6'6", 350 pounds is unheard of. And he did that. And the Chargers D line was one of the worst in the NFL at stopping the run. So I think getting a run stuffer like Jordan Davis here at 17 is tremendous value.
Yeah, I talked about him a little bit. I like that pick a lot. I got the Chargers taking Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. They need to bolster up that right side of the offensive line. So I think a guy like Trevor Penning can step in and make Herbert that much better.
Yeah, pick 18, I got the Eagles selecting Trent McDuffie, cornerback Washington. Eagles definitely need to find a perimeter cornerback opposite Darius Slay. They struggled finding that last year, and the Buccaneers definitely exposed them in the postseason for that. And so I think getting a guy like McDuffie, who's an aggressive corner, he's not afraid to come bump you off the line of scrimmage. He's aggressive in the run game. You can play him outside, inside. But getting a boundary corner like McDuffie, play opposite Slay is exactly what the Eagles need to do.
Yeah, I got the Eagles going defense here too. I got Kyle Hamilton going to the Eagles. I agree with everything you said. He can step in, and his combine. I don't think shows his real potential. So I think the Eagles will know that and take him there.
Yeah, pick 19. I got the Saints selecting Jameson Williams, wide receiver Alabama. I'm super high on Jameson Williams. I think if he didn't end up tearing his ACL in the national championship game, then he would definitely be a top 10 pick. There's no debate about that. I think the speed he brings to the table is just no other receiver in this draft can match that. And in this first round, I mean. And I think just getting a playmaker for Jameis Winston, getting Penning on the left side, and then getting another playmaker opposite Michael Thomas will definitely help out the Saints offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I got the Saints going defense here. I got them taking or not defense, sorry, offense going Charles Cross. I think Jameson Winston needs all the help he can get if he's going to be the guy there. And I think I got them taking a quarterback. So I think for the future they need a good offensive lineman, and Charles Cross can be that guy.
Yeah, pick 20. I got the Steelers here selecting Desmond Ridder. Ritter's kind of going up draft boards a lot here lately. All the reports I'm seeing is that Ridder will be a first round quarterback because his combine was amazing. He was definitely one of the top quarterbacks of the combine. Same with his Senior Bowl. He's had a great offseason. Kind of struggled against Alabama, but I mean, it's Alabama. You're gonna find some struggles there against that defense. I think the Steelers are probably one of the most perfect fits for Ridder because he's able to sit behind a quarterback like Mitch Trubisky, who's proven in the league. And so sitting behind him for a year or two will definitely help Ridder's development.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But I got the Steelers going Chris Olave here. I think that Trubisky, if he's going to be the guy this year, he's going to need all the help he can get. And losing Juju is a big loss. So I think that they need a receiver here. So I got Chris Olave.
Yeah, pick 21. I got the Patriots selecting Andrew Booth Jr., corner Clemson. They lost J.C. Jackson offseason, which hurts a ton for them. They traded away Stephon Gilmore at the midseason. It's really their only good boundary corner right now is Jonathan Jones. I think getting another lockdown guy like Andrew Booth to play opposite him is one of the Patriots' big needs. So I think adding a guy like Booth will definitely help out this defense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Patriots need defense. I got Devin Lloyd here. Just like you said, that they traded away a lot of these guys that they need to fill the holes. So I think Devin Lloyd can come in and fill a big role.
Yeah, pick 22. I got the Packers here selecting Drake London, wide receiver USC. Packers definitely need to find a wide receiver. I think I can speak for everyone when we say we were stunned to see Devonta Adams traded to the Raiders, and they needed. I mean, that's big shoes to fill for a rookie receiver. But I think if anybody can do it, it's Drake London. Um, he was on pace to have an amazing year. He broke his ankle towards the midseason mark, but at midseason he already had around 1,000 yards. So who knows how many yards he would have had after that. And we already know the Packers love their big receivers like Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Alan Lazard. They like their big guys. So I think Drake London would be a match made in heaven for the Packers.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I just had Drake London going earlier, but I agree with everything you said. They need a receiver, so I got Treylon Burks here. Um, Everything you said is true. They need a guy to not fill Devontae Adams' shoes, but to come in and help out because there's going to be a big hole left. So I think Treylon Burks can help out there.
Yeah, I agree with you about the Traylon Burks pick because I got him going next to the Cardinals. Cardinals lost Christian Kirk in free agency, which hurt a ton. Right now, they really only got Hopkins on the outside and Rondell Moore in the slot. So they need to get another receiver for that offense. They got a ton of defensive concerns. There's really nobody on the defense that I would take over Traylon Burks right here. So I think getting another receiver to help out Kyler Murray would be big.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Cardinals need help on defense though, so I got Trent McDuffie. You talked about him. He's aggressive, and I think that that's something the Cardinals need to help out on that defense. Because we saw the problem wasn't really their offense. Their offense was good, but need help on the defense side of the ball. So I think McDuffie can come in and help out.
Yep. Pick 24, I got the Cowboys selecting Zion Johnson. They lost Connor Williams in free agency to the Dolphins. So they need to fix up that O-line. Cowboys had a very lackluster free agency. They lost way more guys than they gained. So I think this draft's going to be really important for them. So I think getting a plug-and-play left guard for and Zion Johnson for the Cowboys is great. And Zion Johnson could also end up playing tackle in the NFL, which I could see, which with Tyron Smith getting up there in age, maybe it could be that replacement left tackle too.
Yeah, I got the same pick as you there, Zion Johnson from BC. He's very versatile. He can play basically any position on the line. So I think that he can come in and fill some of those roles that the Cowboys have lost in this offseason.
Yep. Pick 25. I got the Bills selecting Kyer Elam, cornerback, Florida. I'm one of those guys who is pretty high on Kyer Elam. A lot of guys don't have him going in the first round, but I do. The Bills definitely need a corner opposite Trey White. And Kyer Elam is definitely underrated. He's fast. He's agile. So I think getting a corner opposite Trey White is exactly what the Bills need to do.
Yeah, I got the Bills taking George Karlaftis here. I know that the Bills signed Von Miller in the offseason, but I still think they need to build for the future. I think a young edge from Purdue, George Karlaftis, I think can help do that and build for the future.
For sure, like that one. Next pick, I got the Titans selecting Kenyan Green, guard/tackle from Texas A&M. Green played all over the offensive line for A&M this year, and I think with the Titans losing Roger Saffold in free agency, he's definitely going to play at guard there. But I also think he could eventually play right tackle or left tackle for the Titans, whatever they need. He definitely would be in the top 20, I think, if it wasn't for this offseason. He had a pretty bad combine and a pretty bad pro day, which is something you don't want to see from offensive lineman. But I think the tape from this year definitely overrules that for him not to be a first round pick. So I got him going to the Titans here.
Yeah, I agree with that offensive line pick. I got Tyler Linderbaum here. I think this is a steal for the Titans if they can get him this low. And he can come in and bolster that Titans offensive line and be the guy for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next pick, I got the Buccaneers selecting Devontae Wyatt, defensive tackle from Georgia. Buccaneers definitely need another interior defensive lineman on that defense. Ndamukong Suh, who knows? He's a free agent right now. Maybe he'll retire. Maybe he'll sign elsewhere. But they need to find that replacement for Suh. And I think getting an interior disruptor like Wyatt's huge for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I got the Bucs taking Nakobe Dean here. They need some guys for the future. They have an older team, so they're taking a guy like Nakobe Dean who can come in, be that linebacker for the future with like Devin Lloyd and these guys can help build for the future.
Yep. Yeah, pick 28. I got the Packers selecting Bernhard Raymond from Central Michigan. Raymond's definitely more on the raw side. He's going to take some time to develop, but I think if you can develop him, he'll definitely pay off big. And I think with the Packers having a huge hole at right tackle, Raymond can step in and be that future guy on the right side.
I got the Packers taking Jalen Petrie here from Baylor. I don't know. I think that he's got a lot of upside. The Packers need some guys with upside that can pay off and take a risk on them. So I think a guy like Petrie can come in and be that safety number one safety guy for the future for the Packers.
Yeah. Pick 29. I got the Chiefs selecting George Karlaftis, edge from Purdue. I think Karlaftis is a powerful edge defender. You know what you're going to get out of him. And I think that's very important for the Chiefs. You need a guy opposite Frank Clark because you lost Melvin Ingram in free agency. So I think getting Karlaftis here at 29 is a great value for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs taking Andrew Booth here, Clemson corner. I think he's a top 20 talent, but because of injuries, his draft stock's fallen a little bit. But I think the Chiefs can take a chance on him. They need help on the defensive side, just like you said with Linderbaum. So I think that Andrew Booth can come in and help clamp down some of these receivers.
Yeah, I like that one. Pick 30, I got the Chiefs selecting Christian Watson, wide receiver, North Dakota State. This is a sleeper for me. I mean, I don't know if he's a sleeper anymore. He was before the draft for me, but he ran a 4.28 at the combine, and he's a 6'3" receiver, which is insane. You don't see that very often. And what really put me on, or put him on my radar, was his Senior Bowl. He was by far the most dominant receiver at the Senior Bowl. He was catching everything. He was winning one-on-ones, everything. And North Dakota State has produced NFL talent. Like we saw Trey Lance go last year, and there's been other guys before. So I think Watson here by no means is a reach, and I think you're definitely going to have to add a receiver with the loss of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's a good pick. With Tyreek Hill gone, there's definitely gonna be a big hole, and I think the Chiefs can afford to reach on some guys. I got the Chiefs going back to back defense here though. I got Devontae Wyatt from Georgia. I think he could go a lot higher than this, so I think that's a good value for the Chiefs. But just like I said before, they need help on that defensive end. So I think that taking two defensive guys here back to back is going to help them a lot.
Yeah, next pick, I got the Bengals selecting Devin Lloyd from Utah. He's kind of fallen a little bit in my mock draft. I think he'll probably go higher in real life, but it's just the way the cards are falling in my mock draft. But I think Devin Lloyd could be a top 15 talent in the draft. I mean, he's a force on that Utah defense. Watched him all year long. He looks bigger than everyone else. He looks faster than everyone else, linebacker. He ran a little slow at the combine, but other than that, the drills made up for it. He had pretty good drills at the combine. So I think getting a force like Devin Lloyd on that Bengals defense to line up next to Logan Wilson at linebacker is definitely huge for that defense.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like Devin Lloyd a lot too, but I got the Bengals taking Drake Jackson from USC. Um, so like I said with a lot of these teams need help on the defensive side. And there's a lot of good defensive guys in this draft. So I think that you can take your pick, but I like Drake Jackson at Cincinnati. Um, he fronts the run, and I think that can help a lot. They have that high powered offense everyone knows about, but I think that it's time for them to build the defense up to be on par with that offense. So I think that Drake Jackson can help.
Yeah, pick 32, final pick. I got the Lions selecting Kobe Dean. As a Lion fan, this would be my dream to come out of the first round with Kayvon Thibodeau and Kobe Dean. And Kobe Dean can fill a huge hole at linebacker for the Lions. Run defense was pretty bad last year. So I think adding Kobe Dean, which in my opinion is a top 20 player in the draft, getting him at 32 is tremendous value for the Lions. And I would be stoked to have him to the defense.
Yeah, I think the Lions are going defense here too. I got Devin Lloyd just right after you. I won't talk about him too much because you just talked about him, but I think that's another great value pick for the Lions. He had a good combine, and I think that he's just like what you said about just what you said about him. He's big and athletic, so I think that that's a guy the Lions will definitely need.
Yeah. That wraps up the video for today. I had a ton of fun with this mock draft with me and Adyn kind of showing our picks there. It was a definitely a lot of fun. We're going to continue our series in the future too, making our top players at each position for the draft. And we'll see you in the next video.